It was difficult for me to hear Emily Armstrong sing Given Up. She did good since this, and we've heard their album, and she's done live recordings of the stuff that was made for her voice. I really like her voice. I really do. But this remains difficult for me to hear her doing old Linkin Park songs. Chester, right? And then, if that wasn't difficult enough, we have Taylor Momsen singing with Soundgarden.
Yeah! Take the river down to Stillwater around the back of towns. I'm gonna break my reputation.
I really like Taylor Momsen's voice, but Chris Cornell, right? It just reminds me that we're never going to have that again. Now, especially in these cases where we have two deceased rock stars and we have two very competent fill-ins that have wonderful voices in their own right. Nothing is ever going to be like the original. And that's true every single time I go to study and cover another song that I'm a huge fan of. I cringe at my own voice because I'm constantly holding the standard of the original vocalist as my standard. And I don't use my voice in a way that serves my voice because I'm striving for what the other vocalist, my idol, has done. So I'm not even letting myself do what I'm good at because I'm too busy worrying about whether I'm going to be as good as the original singer. These kinds of demonstrations show us that no matter how good the vocalist is, when you put them in a position where you're used to hearing the master himself or herself do something and you substitute another already, really great voice in that place, it's never going to measure up. So why, as cover song people, as vocalists, do we use that perspective when we're trying to cover another song? We actually need to get the performance of the original completely out of there and listen to what our voice can bring. Now, I would argue that that's what both of these vocalists have done, and I think they've done a great job. My nostalgia and my connection to two of my favorite vocalists of all time makes it still hard for me to engage with. But you know what? That's not their problem. And me wanting to find my own place in a song that I love as a vocalist, it shouldn't be my problem either that vocalist is really good, right? So I've been doing this thing lately in my own practicing. I take a song that I have no business singing of an artist that I really, really enjoy. Yeah, I really do enjoy new Linkin Park and Emily Armstrong. I thought that this drill or this exercise would be something that I should do with her. I can't sing anything like her. I don't have the same range. I have my own set of influences. I want to put myself in this position of, whoa, amazing vocal performance, amazing song that I really love. What does my voice bring to the table? How can I use my voice to create something special and unique and authentic? Not simply a point to that original artist. That's ultimately what makes great covers, and it's ultimately what's fulfilling to me, is to find my own place in the music. Enter Overflow. Love this song. I love so many things about her performance and the production here on this, the distortion that's on her voice from a production standpoint, that haunting echo, the effects, and her voice is breaking up in certain parts, and then she has that overflow scream at the end. If you've heard her do this live, she just goes all out at the end with these, she lengthens those screams at the end. It's amazing. And you know what? I can't do it. The key's wrong, but I really like this song, and I really want to experience it with my voice on it. Why? I don't know. I like to sing, and I like to do this. What I had to do is I had to ask myself, okay, production stuff, yes, let's try some of these things. Dial in similar sounds using my plugins that I got to make to get some of these sounds, delay and reverb and compression, EQ, distortion. But let me pull from multiple influences and inspirations and just experiment. Not with it has to be as good as Emily's performance or it has to be the same as Emily's performance, but in how many ways can it be different while pulling from her inspiration? I, at the end, actually pulled from some of her live performance, pulled inspiration from some of her live performance with the ways that I did the screams, and then put it in my own voice with my own tendencies. I ended up changing the melody because I couldn't exist up there in a way that I wanted to, in a way that was as pointed as hers, but I can exist in other places in my voice in profound and connected ways. So I changed the melody a little bit to accentuate some of the tendencies in my voice that I really love and lean into those things. Throw some inspiration and influence, not imitation, from Jeff Buckley and Chris Cornell and Corey Taylor and, yes, Emily Armstrong, Chester Bennington, Serge Tankian, all these guys that I love and grew up listening to. This is how I love to cover songs. I gotta say, when you're working in this way, inspiration isn't enough. You do need to know how to relate to your voice, how to feel your voice, how to support your voice correctly in order to bring your vision to life. If you'd like help doing that, if you're unhappy with the progress you've made as a vocalist, and you'd like help getting to the next level, click the link below in the pinned comment or video description and join my free course. I'll help you take what you have, learn from your inspirations, and do things with your voice you never thought possible. There are some things that I worked really hard at to get just right. And that's what I love about the recording environment, is that I can practice and refine and do over and over again until what's in my head is what I hear in my headphones or through the monitors. And this ending section here, I really struggled with it the first couple times because I was comparing to Emily right here. I held that out like she does live and really roasted it at the end. But if you listen to her studio recording, what she does here at the end, it's a different melody and it's a different approach to that scream. And when I was trying to do it more like her, I sucked. And as soon as I let go of that and went, okay, what am I feeling? What does my voice want to do? It still took a lot of work and a lot of practice, but I got there. For my voice, singing that whole passage through, if I was trying to go, I keep on feeling it all to overflow, it was always too thin to maintain that pitch, and I wasn't getting the girth out of my voice that I wanted, and I wasn't able to get the right support into the scream. And so I ended up modifying the melody out of necessity because I couldn't do what I wanted to do with the original melody. I keep on feeling it all. I keep on feeling it all. Oh, I really like that part of my voice. I really like how it feels and how it sounds. Oh, it's a little covered. It's croony a little bit. And I like that contrast because this is high for me. And so I've got this Jeff Buckley thing going. So to have that contrast, it's not just this whiny guy trying to sing high. There's like a lot of different textures when we've got this. Right? Go for it. Like totally just own that head voice, that falsetto part. that makes those other moments where I am, Tom Yorking and doing that sort of sound, it makes those moments not only bearable, but kind of cool because there's lots of variety. And then having this thing where I sort of stepped up the distortion, that was fun. That was a dance that I did with my voice. And I did lots and lots of takes until I got that sort of almost waves of sound coming out of my voice. And then listening back to it, I felt like I needed a complement that was lower. And so I recorded these at the end to overflow. To overflow. There's a little bit of the octave below pitch, but very, very constricted, screamy sort of thing. I did that, and then I was like, oh, you know what? I should do that for most of the melody because it will ground in a manlier way if I have this going on underneath the lead. I know I can't make it stop. I know I'm out of control. I keep on feeling it up. And I'm going to make sure that they're not too pitch accurate. And I'm going to sort of whine it because it's going to tie it to the whiny sort of tonality I have at the top. I know I can't make it stop. I know I'm out of control. I keep on feeling it up. To overflow. Until I shout. I know I can't make it stop. I know I'm out of control. I keep on feeling it up. To overflow. My reason for bringing you into my practicing and sharing this with you and calling things out that I like and don't like about my voice is to help bring you into the journey of discovering the fullest of possibilities with your own voice. That's what I love to do. I love to help people do that. And by seeing the process, by seeing the weeds, the warts, the struggle, that is ultimately way more inspiring to me than just seeing perfection. That's actually intimidating, which is where we actually started here, right? We have the standard of perfection with Chris Cornell and Chester Bennington and these other art. Like, if you can see the story and see the journey. So be inspired. Be fans of stuff that you really like. Sing it. Sing it because you love it. Put your own stamp on it. Do things with it just because it brings you joy. And don't judge yourself. Don't let other people judge you. And you're going to create some stuff that you're really proud of and that probably other people will be proud of too. But you know what? That doesn't even matter. It just doesn't. If you'd like more help working with your own voice and you'd like me to be your coach, click that link below in the pinned comment or video description and join my free singing course. And here is a list of my cover songs if you'd like to check out some of the other things I've done here on this channel as far as full songs. We'll see you for more.